Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to The Casual Puzzler, to another Around the World video. If you're new to this series, I have been discovering brands from all across the globe, and today we are going over a puzzle from the United Kingdom. I have really been enjoying this series. I hope you have been too. I have a whole playlist going so you can check them out, or if you're just a lover of puzzles, I do other brands that are more domestic as well, but surprisingly about half of my viewers are international, so I'm excited to show you brands from all over. Today we are featuring a brand called Falcon. So in this video I'm going to be showing you all about the brand. I actually filmed me doing it already, but I feel like I did it a little bit differently. Instead of it just be like straight overhead time-lapse video, I kind of walked you through the different strategies that I was using and what sections I was doing when, and I think that may be helpful or just a little bit different of an intake than just me showing you like the overhead footage, so you can see a little bit more of my strategies, especially since this style of puzzle isn't normally what I do. It's much more of a traditional puzzle style, and I go for more modern cartoonsy stuff. And then afterwards when I come back I'll talk to you about the quality and how it went and all that such. So let's go over the brand itself. Falcon Deluxe is actually a Jumbo brand. So Jumbo is the umbrella company. They do have their own line, but they are manufactured in the Netherlands, and they have offices in Germany and the United Kingdom, and they have a sister company that does puzzles for the Southern European countries as well. So Jumbo has been around for about 160 years, but Falcon started in 1970. They have about 130 employees. Their mission is to make people happy and grow by playing anywhere, anytime, and they want innovative, affordable products for a broad range of audiences. On Amazon, I was able to find quite a few of them available, and they range between $20 to $26 per puzzle, which is pretty standard. And I also want to go over the stuff that is on the back of the box. So they are designed and crafted with passion and excellence. They really strive for quality, heritage, and unbeatable choice. So they do have a broad range of images, which I saw, and I feel like I wouldn't have picked this one if I had seen all of them up in person, but I actually got mine in person when I was at the International Puzzle Convention, and they all had a very similar style, but online they do have a much broader range, and I think I would have chosen something else. It says they are very particular about the images that they select because not every beautiful picture makes for an entertaining puzzle. Isn't that the truth? And that's why they take care of which images they choose. And let me see, I think it had the artist on here. Yeah, the artist for this one is Anne Searle. Here's the box for the one that I have, which is called Woodland Wildlife. It is a very sturdy box. Like, it is very deep, very large and in charge. I feel like it's a bit over excessive, but it does make it feel like a really high quality puzzle because of the massive size, and the cardboard is super thick and sturdy. So I do like the box because I could easily just prop just the top up, which was really nice. Like, it was a very sturdy box, which I appreciate. No type of poster or anything inside, no Ziploc bag inside, but that is okay because it's a big enough box. You could work from the box if you wanted to, which I did most of the time, but it's just nice. So let me go back in time so you guys can see me opening up the box, showing you the pieces, all that fun such, and doing the puzzle, and we'll come back in just a little bit and I'll tell you my experience. Alright, so here is my Falcon puzzle called Woodland Wildlife. I've never done a Falcon puzzle before, but the image is super sweet. It kind of reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh vibes. Just a nice forest scene. Usually not my style, but I just like the little, it's almost like it's done in like colored pencils. Anyways, let me take off this cellophane and so we can see the puzzle box and the pieces. So my first impression is that the box is really nice. It's super nice, heavy duty box. I feel like it is larger in size, especially in depth, than a lot of other 1,000-piece puzzles. I feel like I'm in between. Like, I kind of do like a larger box because I often work from the box, but I also understand the appeal of having a smaller box for space purposes when you're storing your puzzle. But here's the image. Again, super sweet. Love the colored pencil vibes, and it just looks really bright and whimsical. And then here is the back of the box. They have been in production for over 40 years. It gives a little bit about the brand and the artist, and they have a few other pictures on the back, which There are several that I actually would have preferred over this one. This one I did get at the puzzle convention, as I've mentioned, and it's just usually not my vibe to do this style of puzzle, but there's several others on the back that are really cute that I would like. They just didn't have those options. So now let's just go into the pieces and see what they look like. So when you look at the box compared to the pieces, you can see there's a lot of extra space. Again, hit or miss with people. The bag is not a Ziploc, but that's okay. Let's just go into the pieces. My first instinct is that they kind of remind me of pomegranate pieces. They have that nice thick cardboard, but they also have that linen-y texture. I know some people like that, some people don't. I personally do enjoy the linen-y texture. I feel like it just gives the puzzle almost like a luxe feel, but some people aren't a fan, but I do like it. Let me show you up close. These puzzle pieces are nice, vibrant color, and there's a nice mediocre shine, so I feel like this is more of a satin. You can see there is a little bit of glare, but nothing crazy, but they aren't matte either, and the piece thickness is really nice. Again, they remind me a lot of pomegranate pieces, so if you've done one of those, just that's the type of feel I'm getting from these pieces, but the colors are really pretty, and I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one a lot. So I think I'm going to start with, well, I'll take out the edge pieces, but I kind of think I'm going to start with like flowers or animals, something with a very distinct color. So I'm going to do like a very mild sort, pretty much edges and animals, and then we'll just work from the box probably with the greenery as we go further. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for how nice the puzzle pieces are. So let's just get into this and see how this puzzle is. Alright, so I did a quick sort. I just want to show you what I did and what my plan is. So over here we do have all our edge pieces, and I also included all these little black berries. This was just a very distinct area, and I don't see berries anywhere else. So I just gathered them all here. They're in this little pile, so I'll definitely do those first, followed by the edges. I did also put all the flowers here. I'm probably going to first start off with the pink ones, then move on to the other colors like purple, yellow, white. Pretty much anything that had a flower on it is in here. And then I have the skunks right here, which I feel like I don't have all the pieces for them, but it's a good chunk to at least get the one started. And there were several pieces up here that were already attached to their partners, so I took them out and I will just keep them aside until I need them. I think after the flowers, I will go with the animals, so probably with the skunk, try to get the deer over here, and then the birds are pretty distinct, as well as the butterfly. And then another section that I think would actually be really helpful to do is this lighter color. You can definitely see the difference with them in the puzzle piece form, so like all these nice like pastel colors I would probably do. So that's my plan of attack. I just wanted to let you know that first, just so you can see where my thought process is and I can kind of give you ideas of what to look for when you're doing a puzzle. So just try to grab areas that may be a little bit easier, and then you can just like fill in the blanks almost when you get towards the end. So we're just gonna get into this and get started, and it should be a good time. Alright, so it is the end of night one, and I feel like I've had pretty good progress. This style is not what I normally go for, but I'm liking the quality a lot. So let me show you my progress and what my next step is. So here's where I'm at. As you can see, the flowers are done. We have the skunks that are mostly done. And then we have the bird guy over here. I've been gathering the deer and then this white section as I go, like as I find the pieces, and I'm just putting them in a pile for the future. So those will be the sections I'll probably do next, at least the deer, and getting the rest of the animals done. But it's been good. I also feel like the leaves over here are pretty distinct. They have like this like polka dotted effect. So I've been able to find a few of those pieces. And then this coloring here is very distinct too. So those are my next things that I'm going to be working on is the deer, this section, and then I'll eventually get to the white. And I have been just getting things together and putting them in like their relative spot. Like I know that goes there somewhere. So that is where I'm at. I feel like that's pretty good progress. I've just been watching Netflix at the same time, so very chill puzzle evening. As you can see, I have an Oliver who's helping as well. But yeah, it's been fun. Alrighty, so it has actually been a few days since I came back to the puzzle. I will say I wouldn't doubt if I'm missing a piece or two. I found a couple pieces on the floor, so clearly the cats have been involved. So if I'm missing a piece, not gonna blame them, but we're still gonna go through and see what it looks like towards the end. So I was able to finish most of that tree line, which was pretty tricky. I was pretty much focusing on the shade of blue because over here you can see it's a little bit darker than over here. Some areas were really lime green, like over here was really lime green. It took me a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I realized a few pieces were out of place, so that just took up time. There's probably still a few, as you can see, there's still pieces left in the box, but not too worried. I'll fill them in as they come up. So I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I think the next thing I want to do is just finish the animals and get those all in their correct space, because I feel like once that happens, it'll look a little bit, I don't know, like this area would be filled in a little bit more. So I'm going to try to find the remaining pieces of the deer. We still have the bunnies that go here. There's a few pieces just left of these. There's just a few pieces left of these guys. I got some of the owl and some of the bird up here, and I think I got most of the owl, and then there is a deer also here, and then this other animal. So that's my next plan of attack, and then I think the remaining green will be easier to put in its place. Hello, Loki. So as you can see, I have some help at the moment. So let me just tell you what my plan is right now. So I'm almost done with all of the animals and it's starting to come together. I am now at the part where I'm just taking 10 to 20 pieces out at a time. Sorry, is he distracting? 10 to 20 pieces out at a time and just putting it where they go. There's just few enough pieces now that's just what I'm doing. It's going by pretty quickly at this point. Oh my gosh, I can't. So I was really focusing on this gray tree over here, so just trying to finish up the trees and just getting any little bits left of animals. And then there's some sections like right here where there's a very distinct texture of like fern. So those are the areas that I was like trying to pull out currently, and then anything that's like little bits of flowers and just where I can very distinctly see where it went, you know? So I'm gonna try to remove this boy. He's the type of kitty that destroys a puzzle once he gets on it, so I don't want him to start rolling, but I just wanted to give you a little update. Now that he is off, this is where I'm at. So really it's just like this center area that I have left. Alright, we are back, and as you guys saw, I finished the puzzle. As far as the quality goes, the piece quality is lovely. So they are nice thick pieces. I'm just going to take one out. They're nice thick pieces, really beautiful color, not too matte, not too shiny, like it's a beautiful satin finish. I really enjoyed the finish of this puzzle. And there's no paper backing, which is good, but the issue I definitely noticed throughout the puzzle is that there was some fit issues. And I was reading some Amazon reviews because maybe it's just me. Sometimes if the puzzle was towards the end of the batch, maybe it had a looser fit than the others, but I noticed a few other people mentioned that the fit was an issue. So it wasn't so bad that I was unable to finish the puzzle, but it was enough times that a piece was in the wrong place, like completely surrounded all four sides in the wrong place. Also on the stump right here, I had a whole line of pieces that were connected and they looked okay, but then I realized it actually wasn't the stump, it was this tree. So I would say false fits happened at least a few dozen times, like enough that it was annoying. So that is something I wanted to mention because it is for me one of the biggest critiques I have for a brand is if I'm putting pieces in the wrong spot and it looks like it's in the right spot, like something's wrong with your fit issue and it's just really frustrating. However, I did finish it. It still looks pretty. I still enjoyed myself most of the time. If this is the type of image that you like, if you like more of those traditional styles, it's pretty, it's beautiful. It had really decent quality. And again, the fit issue, slightly annoying, but it was doable. And I think for a puzzle for $20 to $26, the quality is fantastic. I think for the price point, it's definitely worth it. So that's it for Falcon. I hope you enjoyed this video. The next puzzle, we are still continuing on in the UK because there is another British-based brand, which is Gibson's. So if you're liking these around the world videos, then Gibson's, this one here, is the next one on the docket. It's called Wonderful World, and it looks kind of crazy. Like on the back, it looks kind of nuts. So we'll see how this one goes in the future. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!